Solomon was known as the wisest man in the Middle East. He composed thousands of songs and proverbs. He also began the construction of a grand temple. Excellent craftsmen from the country supervised the construction. He also encouraged writers, and they began to write the history of Israel. And a magnificent temple was built in 7 years. He founded the schools for politics and law. Scholars from various lands lived at his court. He encouraged discussions among the scholars of law. He also encouraged various sciences such as botany, zoology, and astronomy. People from distant lands came to meet him. One day, the Queen of Sheba, daughter of the Pharaoh, came to visit him.
My lord, I thought people were exaggerating when they spoke about you. But
what, princess?
But they didn't tell me even 1/10. You are so full of knowledge and wisdom.
Thank you, princess. After a few days, Solomon married the Gentile princess. She was not an Israelite, but Solomon wanted to sign treaties of peace with neighboring kings, and he accepted Pharaoh's daughter in return. But the Gentile princes brought their idols and priests along with her to Jerusalem. Solomon built temples and shrines for the gods of his wives. The princes and others started worshipping the idols they brought from their lands. Thus, idol worship started again in Jerusalem. He also started building huge palaces for his wives to live. He slowly stopped caring about the welfare of his people and started building temples and fortresses for his wives.
Craftsmen from the country supervised the construction.
But in order to meet the expenses for building all temples and palaces, Solomon started levying heavy taxes on the people.
No, please, stop!
Huh? Get away, you fool!
But what are you doing? How am I going to plow my land without my oxen? Please don't take him. I beg you.
Move aside, you fool!
Ah!
You should have thought that before defaulting your taxes.
Please, don't take him.
Huh? And if you don't pay the rest of your taxes, then you won't have to worry about plowing the land at all.
What happened to our king? He has become so cruel. Lord, please help us.
Hundreds of thousands of people were forced into slavery for construction of temples. Even Israelites were made slaves along with foreigners.
Pull! Pull, you idiot!
I don't know what to do. Our lives have become so miserable.
God made us free, but our king made us slaves again.
Yes, he has become so cruel.
Huh? We struggle all day and night for what? For our king and his wives to enjoy?
Hush! Lower your voice. You'll lose your head if the supervisor hears you.
Who cares? I'm fed up with my life anyway.
We want to remind you again to take a Patreon subscription. It only costs $2 to start with, or make a one-time donation starting at $5. This will help us continue making these videos.